got a funny story for you guys, man. My senior year, we was in practice, and Tyrone King, whose father is a legend for the Alabama Crimson Tide, something happened, and he didn't play in the NFL, but he ended up playing in the CFL. He probably would have been a Hall of Fame in the NFL had he played. But he had a son named Tyrone King Jr., and he was a tremendous cornerback for us. He went on to Grambling, and then he went to the University of Alabama, played under Nick Saban, won a national championship, and had an interception in the national championship game. So he was an elite player. And one day in practice in particular, he got the best of Darius McClure, the Mac Man, the executioner. And D. McClure, when he graduated high school, he was ranked the 36th best defensive back in football coming out of high school or junior college. That means there was only 35 people that lined up on defense and covered, that weren't linebackers, that were ahead of him. He was a 4.4 guy. Some publications list him as a 3-star, but I tend to stick to the ones that listed him as a 4-star. He was a tremendous athlete, ACC champion, bowl games. He had an interception, was celebrating, hurt his knee, but other than that, he was tremendous. I mean, me and this guy, first time we met, we just jailed. We were good, good buddies. Worked out together, pushed each other. So he was a big time player. Well, this particular time in practice, Tyrone got him. So back then, we wasn't rocking the EGOP2. Like, I don't know what they wear now because the helmets are god awful ugly. But the EGOP2 was, it been out, but it just wasn't a face mask that really was popular. Even Ed Reed wore it, but it really wasn't until Sean Taylor and Willis McGahee wore it really got popular, because Antonio Cromartie wore one too, but it just wasn't that. Back then, you had the Birdcage. You had the Deion Sanders, the EGOP, that was made famous by Deion and Eric Dickerson. That's what it was made for people like myself that wear glasses or goggles. It was made, that's what it was designed for. Emmitt Smith wore one. He wore EGOP 2 and the EGOP. So come up to the line in the wide receiver drill, and I got a high hookup. I mean, my chin strap goes high, and at the time I didn't have it hooked up because we just going through the drill. I think I took the shield off against Shays Valley. I don't even know what happened to my shield, but I took it off, and I had my mouthpiece up here. So I'm going in the drill, and one paying attention, didn't have situational awareness because D is mad. He's hot because Tyrone got him. So I come up to the line, and I think I'm gonna do my little chop step, get a little catch, move on. No. D rocked my world. I mean, he gave me a good shot to the chop. So I just felt a little, not really pain, but I felt some, and I'm wondering what's going on. And I had blood all down here, like all the way down here, and I'm not really thinking nothing of it. And the coach like, hey man, Coach Cook say, hey man, something going on. You need to get checked out. So I go see Miss George. And Miss George is like, you can't practice no more. This is like early in the practice. You're done. So I had to wait on my mom, and she explained to me that you got a hole in your lip. And right there, I bit a hole, bit clean through it. When D hit me, bit down on it, bit clean through it. And I bit a hole where she can stick her index finger in it. So the coaches gave my mom the information if they wanted to use the county or school's insurance, whatever. But I forget how it went, but we went right up to Health South that was at Lloyd Nolan in Fairfield at the time. And 15 minutes, about 30 minutes, go in, sit down, fill paperwork out, in and out with stitches. But that was just a funny story, man. That Darius McClure caught me that day. He gave me a shot. I mean, he gave me a shot, but it's just one of them things in practice. Sometimes you ain't paying attention. That day I wasn't. And he was already upset, mad at Tyrone, and he took it out on me. So just one of them moments, man. But that's just one of the funny stories I remember about high school.